Opendoor is going to be a $15 to $20 level by next year this time. You heard that right, my friends. Opendoor is going to reach the $15 to $20 range by this time next year. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing Opendoor under three different lenses: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing chaos breakdown. The what, we're going to be doing some stock analysis. The where, we're telling us where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button, and now let's get to work. So let's get into it. So first things first, what the hell is going on regarding Opendoor, right? And what's really happening over here? Well, I'll tell you guys why I have such strong confidence when it comes to Opendoor's price projection in the upcoming year. The reality is that right now we're getting a lot of a sell-off in the AI space. Now, Opendoor is on the verge of actually becoming a AI company, right? That's really what they're planning on doing. They're trying to change their whole freaking business model and everything like that. And one of the things that I like the most, and this is why I told you guys in my previous video where I said that the upcoming Opendoor earnings are going to be the most important date for the company, because you really want to know, right? Mind you, this is a ticker that was ran from 50 cents all the way upwards of $7 at this point, right? And at the point of their earnings, it was also sitting at $7. So it was crucial for us to realize, is this a company which is going to justify with their earnings a $7 price or a 50-cent price? So what the company has done is that not only did it survive after earnings, it thrived after earnings. We did get a flash crash down to 477, but after that, the stock ripped to its almost near swing highs of $10. It tested the $9.50 levels after the earnings. Now, they did this under potentially one of the worst market conditions which we've seen all year long. Now, if you know what I think about the markets, I think that the markets are in for a little bit of a correction. However, we will have a massively if you ask me, I think that we're going to have a bull run bigger than the one we had in 2025 in 2026. Okay, I think that from now to the first quarter of 2026, things are going to be on shaky grounds. People are going to be a little bit worried. Oh my God, is this happening? Oh my God, it's happening. What's going on here? What's going on there? That's normal, okay? Especially considering what's happening right now with Jerome Powell, the rate cuts and, this, oh my God, yeah, okay? However, in 2026, once things stabilize a little bit, once Trump shuts his big ass mouth up, okay, things are going to start going the right way again for the markets, and people are going to realize that, listen, every single thing in the markets is overpriced. That's just how the markets are at this point. That's how the markets have been for years. And things are only going to get more and more overpriced, because this is now what retail does, right? This is what retail contribution and retail actually participation in the markets truly does to the markets, that it causes things to get blown out of proportion. And right now we have the most amount of retail participation than we have ever had in our lifetime. So what does that mean, right? What does that really mean? What that means is that retail, and you got to understand, how does the stock market work? The way the stock market works is that as long as there's someone who is willing to buy it for more expensive than you, the stock's going to go up. That's it, right? It's all supply and demand. That's all it really is. That's all we're looking at. Supply and demand, supply and demand, supply and demand. That's all we're looking at, my friends. So it doesn't matter that things are expensive right now. The question is, are things going to get more expensive from here on out? So the question really becomes, is Opendoor going to be able to survive the upcoming winter? Right? That's the main question which we need to answer, right? Is Opendoor going to be able to survive this kind of, capitulation period in the markets, or is it going to, unfortunately fall all the way back down to the $3 to $4 levels? Spoiler alert, it's going to probably be both, right? I think that the stocks is probably going to be trading, if things go down, if things go south in the broader markets, the stock's going to be heading back down to the freaking, $3 to $5 range. That's what's going to happen. But guess what? That's normal. That is normal for a growth stock, right? I mean, if you look at Palantir, right? And, a lot of people don't understand why I always bring up Palantir, but, Palantir is where I really made majority of my money trading. When we go to Top Trader Sam, right? I mean, I've made multiple six figures off of one stock, and that has been Palantir. If we go over here to the oldest, right? You see 3 years ago, I was pushing Palantir like crazy. Palantir, Affirm was one of them. SoFi was another stock which I was very bullish on. BBI was one that I was very bullish on, right? I was pushing it like crazy. So if we go over here, if you watch this video, right? It says Palantir update just by $50 worth of Palantir. If you've ever seen this stock, BTC update just by $1, okay? If you've ever seen this video before of this dude, okay? Bitcoin update just by $1 worth of Bitcoin, please. Okay? You will see what I did over here. I put on the same shirt. I wore everything the same. Okay? And you know, I literally made this video. And it only has 290 videos because it's so freaking, you know, my channel was so small at the time. But, you know, it's one of those companies that it survived the winter. You know, it managed to survive the winter. When we go over here and we take a look at pounds here, and pull it out for us. Go on the daily. So at its peak, pound here went all the way upwards of 42. Then it came down and it bottomed at $5.80 a share. $5.80 a share, 2022, 2023. This was death. This is when the markets were like, I couldn't believe what was going on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I remember making a video, and when pound here hit like $9, okay, or I think it was 10. It was like, it was maybe 10.80 or something like that. And I said that I'm going all in. And I said that this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for everyone. And then it went to 6. And I was there and I was going like, and you know, it was one of those periods where it was like, dude, like, what is happening here? Like, what is actually going on? Like, was I wrong? Like, was I just wrong? Should I just cut my losses? Or like, what's actually happening? But I was able to understand that, hey, listen, the red that I'm seeing right now is just based off of the broader market. So I'm preparing you guys for a potential, again, I'm not saying this is going to happen, and I fucking pray it doesn't happen because I also have a lot of stocks, okay? But potential down cycle like we saw in 2022, followed by a massive rip to 200 bucks per share, right? So this is something that is possible, right? This is something that is possible for Opendoor, right? And I think that the Opendoor is going to have that phase like Palantir did, where people are going to realize, oh shit, this is a company that is doing things in a completely different way. They have a massive moat. Their CEO is a great CEO. The company is undervalued still after it has gone on such a parabolic rally. It's worth buying, right? But can it survive the winter? Well, this is what we need to analyze for winter, right? What does the winter really need, right? All the winter you need to really do is just survive, right? And this is what I always tell people. I say, if your positions are red, you got to understand that you just really got to survive, right? You just really got to survive. And also, fucking Alex Gerber, right? Not Alex Gerber. What's his name? Fucking Bill Gerber or whatever his name is. He was talking so much shit about Palantir, man. Fuck that guy. But let's go over here, right? So how do we know whether or not Opendoor are actually going to survive the winter or not? Do they have enough cash to survive the winter? Well, Opendoor right now has $325 million in the bank, and they're burning $36 million every quarter, leaving them with 27 months. They have over 2 years of cash covered. They're okay. They're okay. They're not going to need to go to the financial markets and have to go ahead and, you know, raise funds based off of a super cheap valuation. So they're okay. They're doing well, right? So I'm bullish on Opendoor. I think that Opendoor is going to be a $15 to $20 level by this time next year. Mark this video, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button. If this video comes out with gets over 100 likes, I'll continue making more Opendoor content for you guys. And remember, you want this video to get over 100 likes because you don't want people to go ahead and panic sell when shit hits the fan. All right, there it is. Now, listen, if you want to trade alongside me every single day, I day trade, swing trade, options trade, everything like that. Check out our private community right now. It is on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join. This is what it looks like, man. We give you everything. We have day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, mentor Q&A, dividend stocks, everything. And this is what our alerts look like. We give it a ticker, we give it an entry, give it an exit, we give it a stop loss. We also tell you how many shares to buy in your portfolio, okay? So let's say that you have a 50K account. So we tell you the sizing in a 10K account. So let's say you have a 50K account, you go and you buy 5 times this amount. You have a 30K account, you go and buy 3 times this amount. Simple and easy. Wilson says, hi Sam, thank you for all working on our community. My 7 days trial finish. It was great. I thank you for the membership this week. You put on $7,000 in 7 days. Do you think it's coming back? I think it's coming back for more. Call me crazy, I think it's coming back. Now, I will tell you guys this, okay? We no longer do a 7-day free trial. Now we do a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. Literally on Monday, Denver says, thanks Top Trader Sam and Top Trader Academy, 22% the past 30 days. Ong says, my boy, I've been here for a week and you all took care of me like we cousins. Thank you so much for your patience. Thanks for your patience and the private chat for helping me understand all this shit. Last 5 days, $4,000. Big boys with the Pro Traders, thanks for the pro tip. These are the other mentors, Pro Trader JS and Bullpick. 51%. I mean, we've been crushing it, man. Chinso says, thank you, at Sam and the rest of the mentors. I've been here for almost 1 week and not every day is green, but 100% more winners than losers. I've learned more here this week than 7 months I've traded on my own. I'll be sticking around after my trial. Give it a shot, okay? Give it a shot. Listen, 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee, next 10 members, 50% discount. If you're even remotely interested in day trading, give it a shot, see if you make money. If you make money, stick around. If you don't make money, pack your bags and leave and never ever come back again. With that said, my friends, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.